don't display in HD. There you go. Okay, and so I can see all the chat. There we go. Oh. Hate being sick. Hate being sick. Right. And I'm all here. Yep. Good. Hey guys. Well, hi Saban. I think you are the only one here at the moment, which is fine by me. I just thought I'd do a quick little chat with you guys just to elaborate on some stuff and, you know, just have a proper talk instead of trying to get through, trying to show off everything and all that stuff. And yeah, you know. Oh, Facebook keeps telling me that I basically, I just got like multiple notifications. Facebook keep telling me that basically you haven't been on Facebook for a while, you know, and it's like, I'm gonna go on Facebook, just calm down. There we go. Actually, no, I'm gonna blow my nose on camera. How glamorous. This toilet paper smells horrible. It's because it's been in here and it's all musky. It's been in here for ages. Oh. There. And there's some blood. Awesome. I'm going to talk to you in a minute. Just 1 minute. Give me a minute to prepare myself. I don't have the bin there. Oh well. I actually do have a bin there. It's a bag, and I can just, it's a big bag, so it's wide open, so I just chuck everything in that direction and it kind of falls naturally into the bin or lands on the shelf, but that hasn't happened for a little while, so anyway. Okay. I'll just talk then while we're waiting for other people to arrive. Although honestly, I don't mind just talking to you, Saban. It's fine. It is I very nearly didn't come on live stream tonight, but you know, I figured that if these channels are going to go okay, then I better basically try to figure out a way to do this semi-permanently, I guess. I don't know. So I've been thinking about these channels and stuff, and with my new career change, well, my possible career change, because over the next year I'm going to be doing I'm going to be changing careers. I'm going to be trying to do the artist thing, trying to do it for a year, see how that goes. After a year, if it's still pretty good, then yeah. Although I missed out a big opportunity, and that was like Valentine's Day, which is today. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody that is celebrating that. I kind of celebrated it today, but I've been sick, so yeah. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll talk about that. I haven't read your comments. Sorry, I haven't read your comments. What's wrong, Tubbs? Nothing's wrong. You know, I'm ill. And I find it extremely hard to be productive when I'm ill, mainly because I don't want to do any artwork, because I don't want to, like I said in the last stream, I don't want to cough and spit and sneeze all over my artwork and stuff like that. So I'm always a bit paranoid about keeping the notebook safe and everything. So yeah, you know. Although I'm very, very careful whenever I sneeze and cough. I always cover my mouth or, you know, do all the stuff. That toilet roll is really, really stinky. This toilet roll has been in my office for about 3 years. I found it the other day. Well, I found it when I cleaned out the office. At that time, I cleaned out the office. It was just amongst the pile of stuff on my desk. And the reason why it smells so bad is because in order to keep the bug population, there's a spider, as I'm saying this, behind the camera. As in order to keep the bug population down in my office, because I live in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of countryside, and the office is practically, it's a shed. It's basically a shed. There's lots of bugs, and I keep saying this, but you know, but there's bugs that come into here all the time. And in order to keep the bug population down, I spray Raid around the door. I don't spray in the office, but I spray it around the door and around the air vent and stuff like that. And I usually leave it for a couple of days afterwards. And it's the Raid barrier stuff. So it's supposed to prevent things from coming into the office. And apart from the door and the vent and the other vent that's on either side of the office door, which is kind of blocked off, there's no way else in to the office. It's been very, very nicely sealed up by, you know, like silicone gel and stuff like that. So essentially it can't, there's no way for there's no way for bugs to get in except for the door and the vent. But that does mean that the office does smell like Raid, which isn't actually an unpleasant smell, but it's bad for you. And it basically Raid smells the Raid, when, you know, bug repellent, when it goes, the smell can go off, you know. That plus all of the musky, you know, earthy smell from outside basically gets in here, all the moisture and everything like that. And the fact that the whole reason why the toilet wall was in here for 2+ years is because basically I put it on my desk when I was ill once, and you know, I brought it into the office. I put it on the desk when I was ill once, used a little bit of it, and then I kind of just left it there. It's like the fire extinguisher. Every now and again I test this fire extinguisher. Well, I check it. It's got a little dial on the side of it, but it never gets used, you know. And that's what happened to the toilet roll. And basically, eventually, last year got buried, and I discovered it again. And of course, I'm sick now, so I've been using the toilet roll, and it stinks. If it's right up to your nose, it smells, which is awesome. So yeah, I've forgotten why I was talking about the toilet roll now. Oh yeah, because I'm sick, I've basically lost the motivation to do artwork and stuff. Yeah, I've also lost the motivation to do anything productive on the computer. Every time I try to do some editing, because I've got a lot of editing to do for the TankerTub channel and general uploading stuff, it's basically been kind of like I get in here, I get kind of warm, I either get comfortable or I get fed up. So essentially, if I get fed up, I leave the office and I try to have a little nap on the sofa while watching some crap TV, and yeah, it sometimes works because I'm still sick, so it's very easy to semi-pass out. I don't actually sleep. It's kind of like not really sleep, not really awakeness. You know what I mean? You're kind of just zombified on the sofa, just kind of waiting to get better. And I hate that. I hate that, but I have no energy to do anything else because of the illness. It's great. So yeah, but I can finally, I think I can report that I'm getting a lot better, a lot faster than I was expecting. You know, up until that little sneeze and that the little cough at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the live stream, I basically hadn't had a I had a little weird tickly throat thing, but that was more dryness of my throat more than anything else. I've been not super bad, to be honest. I'm oddly not getting hungry, which is really strange for me. I'm just like having normal portions of food, and that's just like at the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I really wish I could like eat some more something. But yeah, I'm just like, no, that won't interfere with me laying down. So yeah. So yeah, I've not been doing much. Kind of ashamed of it, but you know, I'm ill, so I've got that excuse. I'm ill, so yeah. And because I don't really have to do any much work, I've basically booked my week off. I booked a week off to recover from being back from Berlin and everything, and to try to get into the video schedule and to try to get into the art schedule again before I got back into work schedule. And because of my new contract and the fact that I'm only part-time, it means that I don't actually have to do much anyway. So yeah, I didn't have any work stuff to do. So essentially, like I said, I've been just absolutely not motivated to do anything. I feel horrible though, because I like being motivated to do stuff, you know. Ugh. Doing nothing is like I hate downtime. I just hate downtime. Hate it. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's one of the good things, I guess. I don't know. Hi Tubbs, great to big hugs and snuggles. Yay, your new keyboard is working. It is, and it looks lovely. And I'm just a bit annoyed, and I can do this. I can actually lift it up and away from the computer stuff. I'm very, very conscious about not pushing any keys. But it's so cool. It sticks out. It sticks, you know, the keys stick out, which is great because, like I said, there's so much dust and hair and just like random debris from the office just randomly gets stuck in between keys and things. When every time I clean the office out, I always like lift up the keyboard and turn it upside down and shake it, and the amount of just like dirt that comes out of it, because of course dust eventually makes dirt. It's like, what the fuck? You know, it's just crazy. But no, this is an actual washable keyboard. This is something that I wanted to point out in the last video. It's really, really, really super nice. It's not only is it see-through, which is something I always like. I always like looking at the, you know, the way that the keys, like all the connections and stuff to the keys are there. It's really cool because it also means that if there's a problem, I can actually see where the problem is, or if something's corroding or something. You know, and I love that. I love that. The thing I don't like about it is there's no off button. It's a wireless keyboard, which means that it requires batteries. I've actually got some rechargeable AAAs, but these are the batteries that I came with. I did find a screwdriver in the end, and I've screwed it in. But the bestest part of this keyboard, is that it's waterproof. Like, I know it says it's got screws and everything, but if you actually take a closer look, you probably can't see this, but I think you can on the, I'm looking at the playback. Yeah, there's kind of like a fuzzy, like a blurry line here, and around any of the openings, around the screws and stuff, and that's rubber. That's actually rubber, a rubber seal, which means that you can actually dunk this keyboard in water, or I don't know. You can really like just submerge it, and actually wash the keyboard. You can actually wash the keyboard, which is really cool. Never seen that before, ever. Yeah, it says do not submerge the keyboard deeper than 1 meter for more than 30 minutes. Do not use dishwasher. Do not use dishwasher or electric hairdryer. Hand wash, air dry only. Avoid using detergents, alcohol-based cleaning solutions, or chemical salt. It's a tiny moth. Do not use like solutions and stuff. Visit support. Yeah, visit the website. But yeah, it's an awesome keyboard. I love it. And also the keys they're slightly smaller, but they are rounded off. They're more unique. So it means that it will mean less fat finger mistakes, which is great for me. Occasionally I hit a button and I accidentally hit another button when I'm typing really fast. I can actually type pretty fast. And because the keys are actually a lot more spaced out, they're a lot more rounded with the actual letters and characters. It means that, yeah, I can actually use the keyboard without accidentally hitting other things. If you want to find a keyboard like this or this exact model is a Rock Candy wireless keyboard 904 005. That's the model number of this keyboard. I got this actually on sale at our local supermarket because they have well, it's a big supermarket, but it's a medium-sized big supermarket. It's not like a mega store or anything like that. But no, they have an electronics section, and basically, I don't know why I didn't see these before, but no, this was only £5, £6. I don't know what that is American, but yeah, and it's awesome. It's really good. I've been using it all day. Basically, after the stream, I went inside, got the screwdriver, hooked it all up, and I've had no problems so far. In fact, if anything, it's way better than the other keyboard so far. One of the cool things it has about this is that it has these two flaps on the bottom, and they hold the keyboard up, and they're quite strong. I haven't actually squished it yet, and that's good for me because I'm a slammer. I basically I hit the keyboard sometimes. I don't smash the keyboard. I just hit. I'm very precise with my finger. I know exactly where my finger's going to go on a key, and I hit the enter button when I'm basically when I'm done with something. It's like and post. or you've heard me say this. I'm sure when I was uploading something, it's like and render or and upload and post something. It's just something I do. It's kind of a weird, satisfying thing. I don't know when I started doing it. I think I started doing it like probably in high school. It was one of the things that you used to do when I played Unreal Tournament, which was hysterical because I play Unreal Tournament, write something mean in the chat, and basically just send it. It's a joke thing. I know. I'm sorry. Try what? I want to give you a big hug. Thank you, Saban. That'd be nice. Try eating some toast with honey on it. I ate a lot of honey. I've actually eaten a lot of honey. We don't have a lot of bread. Tiny Moth, go away. Or land somewhere. Land somewhere and stay there, please. Just teeny moth, just in my face. Anyway, yeah, try eating toast with some honey. I like honey. Honey is good for your throat. It's really good for your throat. Yeah, I don't have a lot of bread. We don't have a lot of bread normally, and especially if I'm not well, I kind of don't like bread unless I've got like diarrhea or something. Then I have toast all the time when I've got diarrhea. So good. Just buttered toast. Oh yeah. It might make you feel better. Well, there's a lot of stuff that might make me feel better, but I don't have access to everything. It sucks. But at the same time, it might lose Tubbs some weight. What? I've already lost a bit of weight because on the way back home, I have to go through London Airport and then on the London Underground to the train station to get to this house. So it's like on the tube station. What they've started to do, well, they did this a few years ago. They basically put every single train seat now has they have arms. And this is a pain in the fucking ass because basically I can't fit in these armed seats anymore. I can't. They're just average sized person arms on the chairs. It's designed to stop people from laying on the seat or from like taking up 2 seats by putting their bag right on it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the complete logic to it. I just know that it's basically, it was designed so that people would stop laying on the seats or putting their legs on the seats and stuff like that. But so all the London Underground, whenever there's seats, there's basically there's these arms on the chairs, and again, like I said, I could never fit in them. After a few years ago, I basically tried to sit in them, and it didn't work. My butt just wouldn't wedge in, or I'd have to really try to kind of slump back into the seat, and then I would have a really hard time getting out of it. And on the way back, I basically know I've lost some weight because I could get in the seat, not comfortably. There was definitely some over spillage. My love handles did kind of like encroach on the other people's seats, but it was definitely a holy shit kind of moment. It was like I can fit in this chair now, yay, so. I've definitely lost some weight, but I don't know how much. The scale doesn't still tell me how much I weigh. It still only goes up to 22 stone, 21 stone. I don't know. About 330 pounds, I think. 310, 20, or 30 pounds. I can't remember when my scale basically tops out. It basically just says error whenever I stand on it. So, yeah. Anyway, where are we in the chat? Ali, are you still here? I'm semi-convinced that it's Ali that's basically putting the dislikes. The thumb down. Whenever he shows up, I basically seem to get like him saying something, and then there'll be a dislike appear on my video. Just saying. It doesn't really bother me. I'm just kind of like, I just don't know why he does this. Oh well. Ow, my neck had a click. Oh yeah, I know that one. My jaw does that a lot, actually, just recently, but I think that just might be something to do with either being sick or just being busy and something. I don't know. That's great. If you spill something on it, you can clean it right off. Exactly. That's one of the motivators to get the new keyboard, is that basically it's waterproof and everything. It's nice, and you know how something can be nice plastic, nice plasticky to feel. Well, it's kind of like that plastic. It's just plastic, but it's kind of that plastic. It's just nice smooth plastic. It's just nice. I don't know what it is, but yeah. The brand is Rock Candy again. If anybody wants to get this keyboard, not this exact one, because it's mine. You can't have it. But I mean, just this model of keyboard. So yeah, they come in all different colors apparently as well, because I picked it up. I picked it up and it was like, ooh, new keyboard. This looks great. And I read all the things on it, and there was a clear sticker, and I didn't understand what the clear sticker was. And I basically I went over to Damon and basically, was holding this keyboard, and he basically said, "Are you sure you want that one?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he was like, "It's a bit pink," and it's like, he was like, "Oh, yeah. Do you want I saw a green one over there. Do you want a green one instead?" I was like, "I'm not that bothered, to be honest, but if it's a color that I can't see, then it might give me a headache. It's not a must. I probably have some pink stuff in this room right now, but so yeah, and it's not giving me a headache. So, but yeah, I don't know why I'm looking around for. I can't see anything. That's pink. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, they only had a pink one and a green one. I just assumed it was like a grey, clear kind of plastic one, but apparently it was pink. So yeah. I'm saving swinging that coach, says Jeffrey. That's so cool, Tubbs. It doesn't it what? Ah, that's so cool, Tubbs. It does remind me of rock candy, since that's the name of it. Yeah. I love rock candy. My friends give me one whenever they go on holiday. That's nice. Oh yeah, The trains are crap. They say they are going to do something about it, but it does not all work. Yeah, well, Tubbs, you are so cute. At least you fit in the seat, but you still look great to me. Well, that's good, I guess. I'm not worried about that. A lot of people have said stuff like this. It's like, oh, when I return to Brommer and stuff, especially, and I understand because that site is for gainers and encouragers and all that stuff. But no, when I returned and basically like said hi to a couple of people and answered a couple of messages that I hadn't been able to answer because the app is stupid. It doesn't even know where you are sometimes. It kept telling me I was still in Berlin. That was quite funny. Yeah, I got a lot of people that basically saying it's like, oh, you look a lot bigger in your last like in your pictures on Facebook or like when I tell them I've lost weight, they're always like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and it's like, I'm fine. It's not a thing. It doesn't bother me, especially right now when I'm sick. It's not a thing. It's just my opinion on my weight has always been the same. I just kind of like it doesn't really bother me. However, the things feel a lot better when I'm slightly bigger. But it doesn't really kill me to be slightly smaller. It's other people's perceptions of me that basically kind of does wind me up. It's more the thing, I don't know why that is. But people keep telling you try not to think about what other people think about you, But it's and I totally understand. As a counselor, I totally understand like the mentality of trying to say that. It's like, but the thing is that you can never stop doing that. I think that what you have to try to do is to worry a bit less. You can never stop yourself completely worrying about what other people think about you, but you can worry a lot less. And basically, that's how I try to be, I guess. But yeah, it's just I just kind of get this weird nagging feeling that whenever I've lost weight, basically a few of my friends or a few people that know me basically have this like they think I'm like sick or weak or something. And again, I don't worry about it a huge deal, but it's like yeah, that's the only thing that worries about me. That makes me worried about losing weight. And when I've gained, if I've gained a bit of weight, then usually the thing is the opposite. But to people that just are generally around me, what do they think about me? I kind of know what they think about me. But again, I tried not to let it bother me. So yeah, you can't change people's opinions, at least not easily. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Saban says, what? Ali seems suspicious. No, well, the thing that what I figured from Ali is basically that he kind of sees. I don't know what his opinion is of me, but from what he said in the past and everything, his problem with me seems to be that I don't show off like what he thinks is sexy enough. He just wants me to be flaunting my body, I guess, all over the internet all the time. And he just doesn't get that I'm not his bitch. I'm very much not his bitch. He can't tell me what to do. He can't really do anything to get me to do anything. I'm totally okay if he wants to donate me a lot of money and then for me to do certain things, you know, like make more videos to his taste, I guess, on my channel, on my other channel. But on this channel, especially like with the whole vlogging thing that I'm trying to do with this channel, it's not going to be a thing. The best that everybody can ask for on this channel from me is basically a belly show, I guess, you know. But it's just, yeah, Ali, if you're watching this or watching the playback, I'm so not your bitch. And you put in a dislike. If that is you, I'm sorry if it isn't you. But if you're the one that's putting a dislike on all of my videos and stuff like that, that's not really going to do anything. So, you know, ideally, I'd like you to stop doing it, but because it's kind of pointless. Like I said, it's not going to do anything. But you know, I kind of don't care what you do or what you think. So, yeah, you're not my boss. So there you go. But yeah, he's not a bad person in any way. You know, I don't really have a bad opinion of him. I just feel like he's got a slightly slanted slanted opinion of me, I guess. You know, I don't know. Yeah, we haven't talked much besides him wanting to see like either pictures or videos of me. So, which is completely, you know, Ali, again, if you're watching this, then and you want to actually have a conversation with me, you know, and stuff to deal with whatever problem you have with me, then by all means. But yeah, it's like just I don't know what to I don't know how else to deal with whatever's happening, you know. Anyway, it's like when you're sick, you look like you're drunk, but when you're drunk, you don't even know what hell is going to happen in the morning. I kind of do. Everybody reacts differently to alcohol, though. I don't know. It seems like he wants you to be your sex model. He wants me to be his sex model. Yeah, I think. So. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, Tubbs. You aren't his property. I know. I'm never going to be his property. But like I said, I'm completely like I'm not opposed to basically him paying money for me to make a video for him or whatever, you know. It's just that, you know, if you want stuff like that, then you have to pay for it, you know. Which is wrong. He can't force you to do stuff that is wrong. Well, of course, you know, I do have morals. You know? Basically, somebody has like a few people have actually contacted me, mostly on Tumblr. It's mostly random Tumblr people, basically just randomly get into contact with me and basically say, you know, like, could you please pee on like I'm trying not to be super specific here, so I'm changing certain details, but yeah, could you pee on a small towel and then let it dry out and then send it to me? I will send you the money for it. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to subject the postman to pee smells. You know? It's like, no. It's yeah. Or you know, I would love for you to make a video where you basically shit on the floor. That's another one. That is basically a bit vague though. So I can say that. I haven't said who it's from. I'm just saying that somebody has asked me to do that. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. I don't really like the idea of cleaning up my own shit, you know. And I don't really know anybody that would be into cleaning up my shit for me. So unless you want to come do it, then unlikely, you know. I didn't wink, by the way, just now. I've got a weird eye problem again. Ugh. It's because of my nap that I had earlier. I've got random eye gunk. ugh, disgusting. I hate being this. Yeah. But yeah, it was basically just lots of slightly out there requests and stuff that I've had to turn down in the past, and you know, people have offered to pay me for it, but it's just some things I just I won't do because it's either dangerous or it's just something that I would never do, you know. So yeah. Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, it can be people can be very strange. Well, everyone's very strange in their own way. But yeah, well, yes, that's very weird. Yeah, I have sent somebody my used underwear, but like I did expressly tell them this because they was like you know, I'll pay you $5 and postage and package if you can send me your used underwear. You know, I don't mind what underwear it is. Just send me your used underwear to this address. And they sent me the address and everything like that. And it was like, okay, you know, underwear costs less than $5, so I'm okay with that. You know, and because I'm not a gross slobbish pig person, my underwear isn't that bad. So I don't mind sending them. I don't mind wearing them for an extra day and then send it to them because I'm not a disgusting pig person. I am a piggy, but only at the table, only at the dinner table. But yeah, so that was no problem. It's raining, by the way, if you're wondering what that sound is. Yeah, so that was no problem. It was just you know, putting it in a Ziploc bag, putting that bag in a postage package, and then sending it off to them, and then getting the PayPal money. And it was like, thanks. See, I don't mind doing that stuff. I've actually given people socks before. That was fine, you know. So yeah. The fuck does that happen to you all the time, Tubbs? Oh, you mean my eye? Oh, it's usually because I'm doing these live streams. I normally do them quite late, so essentially, I do have eye strain issues and things, especially if I've been wearing my glasses for long periods of time, which I haven't been doing recently. It's just this is literally just the sickness just pissing my eye off. But yeah, I'm normally sat here with my glasses on, listening to music or watching something on YouTube or on TV, and yeah, I have the eyelash thing. When yeah, it's because I don't wear my glasses all the time. Humans, anybody that wears glasses will know this, but humans have the tendency to basically try to get something that's in front of their eyes or around their eyes. They have the you know, the subconscious desire to get it away from their eyes. And the thing is that when you wear glasses, and if you only wear glasses part-time especially, your eyes get very, very sensitive to even the littlest thing, you know, like there being a thing on your head that isn't natural, you know, that you just want to get it off. But yeah, it's just a sort of random subconscious thing, but like it can increase your eye sensitivity, and especially if you've got like loose eyelashes or long eyelashes, especially, it's just, yeah, you might find like women when nobody's looking, especially, you know, just because of the longer eyelashes than men, they will be you know, messing with their eye because yeah, they got like a loose eyelash or something. But no, this is not a loose eyelashes. This is just crumminess because of the sickness. So yeah. Man, people have some weird fetishes. Like, what is going through their heads? Well, you see, the thing is that everybody has their own kind of like, everybody got their own kicks, you know, their own kinks and kicks and stuff like that. And yeah, everybody's different. Everybody likes their own thing. So, you know, it might be like it's not all that disturbing, you know, unless it's something that's like kind of a little bit, well, a little bit sick. If it's, unless it's something that is very, very, very perverse, you know, like pedophilia, or like or you know, they get the thrill out of murdering somebody and actually murdering people whilst they're having sex, or it turns them on to kill people, or I'm trying to think of like a really bad one without trying to belittle somebody's, you know, kind of like somebody's fantasy and stuff like that. I was going to say, or like you know, cutting people and stuff like that. But there are people that like pain, and they actually do like the you know, they like causing, you know, non-threatening injuries and stuff like that. That can be good, that, you know, that it's perfectly fine if it's completely a completely safe kind of thing that they're doing, if you know what I mean. So everybody's got their own stuff. So yeah, unless it's actually, you know, hurting somebody that doesn't want to be hurt, there we go. Yeah, you know, it's all consensual and stuff like that, then there's nothing wrong with people having their own kinks. You know, it's totally fine. But that's one of the reasons why the whole, you know, pee thing, why the whole I won't send a pee rag in the post, is because it's causing harm to somebody that isn't wanting it. You know, it's causing harm to the postman that has to deal with this pee rag that they've got to transport somewhere. You know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, some people want to get into that kind of stuff. There's people, yeah, there are people that get into all sorts. It's fine. No, I meant like the Tumblr message. Does that happen often or just random? Well, not the Tumblr messages seem to happen, and I found this out recently. It's very much like the YouTube messages system. If it's suspected spam, they Tumblr has its own filtering system. So I wasn't getting all of my messages, because what normally happens to me on Tumblr is that I basically will go for like a day or two where I have absolutely get no messages at all, except for like friends or whatever, and then I'll get like about 5 or 6 people messaging me, you know, all in one go, and it's like, what the fuck, you know. And yeah, a lot of them are just really nice kind of messages that are basically just saying, it's like, hey, I found you on Tumblr, I really like your videos, or like, I know you from Groma, you know, it's like, it's really nice to see you on Tumblr, or something. So I'm just messing with the button, because new keyboard, I'm messing with the sticky out buttons. They're really strong, by the way. This is a really strong keyboard, which is great. But yeah, every now and again I get like the odd messages. Like I get like 2 or 3 a week, the odd request messages about stuff just on Tumblr. Oh, fuck's sake. Ah. So that was a combination of dry throat and my nose deciding to clear itself at the back of my throat again. Yay! More liquids. More bubbly liquids. Bubbly liquids. Trying to be super. Not myself. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. So much better. Oh, you can hear it, can't you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course, I get I keep getting the a lot of random YouTube messages from people wanting me to do stuff all the time. Like I noticed that there's been a big shift. By the way, I found out also that on the Tanktop channel, I've got I went past 8,000 subscribers recently, and it's like, yay! Again, I don't really follow that number. I just happened to notice it when I was switching accounts to do this live stream, like yesterday, last night. I was like, oh, sweet, you know. It's kind of a weirdly odd jump as well, because it was 7,500, and then when I came back from Berlin, well, like I said last night, when I switched accounts to the live stream last night, it was like 8,050. I don't know, and I was like, whoa, you know, really, I should go on holiday more. But yeah, yeah, I've got a bit of a headache still. Yeah, I noticed that there's been a big shift in the comments on the Tankertubs channel, on the comments. You know, basically, I used to get a lot of comments basically saying that they like the video, and this has been really good. You know, they like the video, this is really good, I like this part of the video, and stuff like that. And with the occasional, you know, request to do something else in the video. But now recently I've noticed that the messages have either been mean, which I've had to either delete or hide, because it doesn't actually let you delete messages. It's stupid. Or requests, and only every now and again I get the, you know, I really like the video kind of messages, or the I really like the video messages are mixed in with a request, or somebody straight up telling me to do something, and it's just, yeah. That's better. Happens. It just happens. Well, okay, you know what they say, whatever floats your boat, that's fine. Yep. Tubbs, I know you said that you haven't had an appetite, but what did you eat today? I haven't had an appetite, but I've been eating like a new person. So yeah, I had because I didn't want cereal, I had a couple of ramen pot noodles for breakfast. Well, I had one for breakfast and then one for lunch when I had my medication. I had a few chocolates here and there because it's Valentine's Day, so Damon got me some chocolate, so that was nice. And then I had tuna pasta and some sushi, because Damon went out to the supermarket and got me a sushi pack because I fancied some rice and fish, and I didn't want to cook anything, and I was too sick, and I just want to go out. I was just like on the sofa, just half dead like I was before, and I just had my tuna pasta, and I was like, oh, I want some fish, but I don't want pasta anymore. I want like I want some rice or something with it. And he was like, do you want me to go get sushi? And I was like, so yeah. But that's all I've had today. I haven't had much else. To be honest, that's kind of like my normal meal. But we did have to, when I'm better, because it's Valentine's Day. Damon did say that he was going to take me to a restaurant and we can have whatever we wanted. So yay! This is really annoying. Oh, there we go. But yeah, that's what I've had to eat today. So it's not been completely terrible, but I'm okay. It's not that I want to judge. It's that I just curious, but that when it gets too far and I have to change subject because some people get into too much details to say them. I don't know what that means. I think I know what you mean. Now I'm processing it. Processing. Okay. I think I get it. I think. But yeah. Jeffrey says, yay Tubbs, that's great, congratulations. I know, right? Just randomly 8,000. Is it like 10,000 or 100,000 that you get a plaque? I don't think YouTube's ever going to send me a plaque, to be honest. But is it 10,000? I just don't know at what point do you ask for a plaque? Because apparently you have to ask for it. Somebody was telling me this when they said they wanted to send me one, which was nice. So I was like, I don't want another channel's plaque. If I'm gonna get a plaque, I want a plaque of my own. That'd be cool. I could just hang it right there. Random empty space. I did notice that you can see all the wires for things. That's the bug zapper wire. What's that wire? Oh, that's the lamp. There's a lamp up there. Yeah, I've seen the mean comments. It's just ridiculous. You haven't seen all of them. They only get sent to me. But I don't know if you get because you're a moderator on both channels, so you might get some of them. But basically, there's I get notifications that like you know. I get a lot of notifications of comments that are waiting for approval. So, like every now and again, you'll see a comment on one of my videos on the TankTub channel, and it will be like, you know, it will just appear, but it's like 3 or 4 days old, and that's because it's one of the comments that's been waiting for approval. But yeah. I have to delete a lot of those. Most of them are, you know, YouTube's spam filter and basic jerkiness filter is pretty good at picking up all that stuff. So I have to delete a bunch of that and sometimes block people from the channel and all that stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me because like that's the worst of it, you know, really. But every now and again, one of them makes it through onto the actual channel without being like considered spam or shit, you know. But what are you gonna do? Dean's here. Hi, Dean. I've got my notepad, my sketch pad here. I haven't done a proper scan of the sketch yet, but it's at least in there, and I can show you it in a minute. So I've got my sketch pad. I don't mind sneezing and coughing all over this because it's my sketch pad. It always stays on me, so you know I can always destroy that page if I accidentally sneeze on it. You know, that's disgusting. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. But no, hi Dean. Tuna pasta sounds nice. It's tuna and sweet corn pasta. I normally don't like sweet corn, but yeah. I kind of don't give a shit, you know. It's just like as long as I've got the tuna and the pasta in there, it was quite nice. I like tuna, I really do. Dean says, "Hey Tubbs, yesterday was quite terrible. I had noodles 3 different ways. I love noodles. That sounds great. Sorry though, if you don't like noodles. Oh, I love noodles. I love the rice noodles. I love Singapore style noodles. You know, the curried noodles. I love I like ramen noodles. I like all noodles. All noodles are good. I like pot noodles. Pot noodles are really nice. Pot noodles, by the way, in the UK are these like these cups that basically have dry you know, dehydrated noodles in them with various different flavorings added, and all you do is basically you heat up some water and pour it into this cup and you get instant noodles, and they're delicious. They are delicious. They're one of my favorite snack foods because they're quite filling as well, and you know me, I like a nice filling. So yeah, I'm sorry, Dean. I don't like tuna. I like salmon, says Saban. Ha! I'm the other way around. I actually don't like salmon. It doesn't taste of anything, and it has kind of a slimy texture to me. You know, it's almost as bad as tomatoes. I love the taste of tomatoes, but I absolutely hate the texture of tomatoes. So if I'm ever making anything with tomatoes, I dice the fuck out of them. I basically make it so that they're a paste. I basically make ketchup. um, so yeah, I like tomatoes, but I absolutely hate. I can't bite into a raw tomato. Just no. Ew, ew. Just thinking about it is gross. But no, it's like salmon. Salmon is like it's always got that weird slimy. It's like a slimy lattice texture. It's just not very good mouthfeel to me, I guess. And to be honest, it never really tastes of anything besides a slight saltiness and just kind of like it smells a little bit fishy, but it doesn't really taste of anything to me. It's just, you know. So yeah, it's not like tuna. Tuna has its own flavor and everything, and it's got like a flaky, meaty, tender texture to it. And tuna steak is really good. Oh, no mouth water. Bad. But yeah. Oh, that's sweet of him. Mind you, I wonder what he looks like. Who? What? There are different YouTube play buttons. There is a copper one which is 10,000. Yeah, so it is copper, right? Silver is 100,000, and gold, which is 1,000,000. Ooh. Yeah, I've never really been that focused on numbers anyway. But yeah, but it's gets higher now. So 10 million is the silver, and oh, so which one is the copper now? Who knows? I've been watching one of my favorite Netflix shows, Flaked. It's a feel-good show. It's set in Venice Beach. Just info on why I'm late. Oh, it's okay. I'm so gutted that I couldn't get to watch Star Trek. What? You can get to watch Star Trek? What? Oh, you haven't watched Star Trek recently because you said you were going to watch Star Trek. It's cool. Just yeah. Like again, for me, I watch it chronologically. I watch it from Enterprise to the original series to the Next Generation to Deep Space Nine to Voyager. I've got them all in the house. I haven't watched Discovery, but I'm kind of not doing that until I get it on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. So, yeah. I'm kind of a bit hesitant about watching Discovery because I keep hearing both. It's either people think it's okay, or they fucking hate it and they wish that it never existed. So it's like I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I've seen the ship designs and stuff like that from Discovery, and from an engineer perspective, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It just all of it. Nothing. No. It makes no sense. Not poking it yet. No. I kind of don't want to watch it, but I'm gonna have to eventually. So. I love noodles. Udon is my second favorite, but ramen is my favorite. Okay. I tend to go for naked ones. Posh instant noodles. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Okay. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Okay. Oh, fuck. Yes, there's a place that makes different stir fry. Today was roast chicken in Texas barbecue sauce with sweet potato fries and steamed veggies. That sounds good. Dean says, I cook too. Well, yeah. Well, can you cook? What can you cook? I'm getting hungry now, says Jeffrey. Right. So there's random people talking to each other. Kind of funny. Yeah. So I've got my little sketch pad here, and I can show you guys what I've been working on while I've been away. Most at the sci-fi convention. I didn't have time to actually do anything in Berlin. But yeah, here's something. Oh no! It came out. That's a shame. It's a really good example as well of all just some random faces, but you guys have seen these. That's the Cubs Out Loud guys. They just fell out of in my hand. It just came out of the pad. Bastards. Oh well. Well, I cooked the chicken. Well, that's good. Eating chicken not cooked is not usually a good idea, so yay. I like chicken. Just saying. Just saying. So I've been watching a lot of I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube. Because it's just hilarious to me, because I've watched the original. So yeah. And Abridged is really, really funny. Anyway, what's the saying? Oh yeah, I was trying to get a picture. Oh, for fuck's sake. Your phone needs to have your password again. And now it's broken. There it is. Right. It recently reinstalled itself for some reason. I think it's in screenshots. So I'm just trying to find the stupid. There it is. Right. So this is when I was trying to do the colored pens. I was just making sure in the corner you can see there's a color strip here in the corner, and I was just seeing how they would work with doing all of the outline detail in colored pen, just to see if it would actually work. So just to make sure the pens worked, I basically had a little strip in the corner and I made a little rainbow. But yeah, one of them I can't actually see because one of them is actually pink, and I found that out later. And that was a big challenge. And to be honest, in my opinion, and in a couple other people's opinions that we asked, it didn't. Fuck off. It didn't seem to come out super great. But no, this is just practicing for doing people's faces turning them into animals again. And I just redid the Chester picture. This is the Chester dog. I just wanted to test out the pen idea, and that's the one in red at the top. And I think it came out pretty good. So so I was just reading again, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yes, they're all adorable. Saban says, "Damn it, I need to upload some new mock I made." What? Tubbs are going to do Inktober this year. What? Is that a question? Are you going to do October this year, to Inktober this year? I don't know, the whole fur affinity. I know it's not just a fur affinity thing. It's basically like drawing challenges that artists do and everything. I'm not really in the know about this stuff. Nobody tells me anything, you know. I get this on Fur Affinity all the time. Like somebody says that, that a lot of people will be doing like Dad December or Fat Bunny Week, or they'll be doing there'll be like random Femme Thursdays or something like that, and it's like I can't keep up with it all. I just can't. Nobody informs me that it's happening. So when Inktober happens, I usually am pretty late to the train. I'm like, like I start seeing people's Inktober stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. What is Inktober? I'm completely, nobody informs me about this stuff. So I'm usually very, very late to the party. And although I work semi-fast, I tend to only do artwork every now and again. So yeah, although this will be my job, so I will be able to be doing it pretty fast. So yeah, I just need somebody to keep telling me that, that I need somebody that tells me, or I need to have an organizer of when all this stuff is happening, just so that I'm not really late, because I really hate that. It's like the whole I'm going to be trying to do the big holidays. So I'll be doing a special Halloween one this year. I'll be doing a special Thanksgiving one. I'll be doing a special Christmas one this year for the furry drawings, in the very least. But also I wanted to get, like next year I'm going to be doing, this time next year, I'll be doing like the Valentine's Day ones, or like Hell Memorial Day, or a summer. When's a good summer holiday? July 4th and stuff like that for the Americans and everything like that. I'll be doing all this other stuff. But yeah. So I would do this stuff, but I need a kind of like a calendar of like when all of this stuff is happening. Otherwise I'm gonna miss it. And it's so annoying. Oh shit. Tubbs, I love that. They look great in color. Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna show you all of them eventually, but I just wanted to show. I'm just trying to do people's faces as animals, like I said, because this is my whole premise for my Etsy store. But yeah, it was just getting some practice in, and I wanted to try to do different outlines, because one of the things on the Etsy store is that you're going to be able to select which color that you want the outline to be in, and everything like that. And I wanted to do some examples of it. I wanted to see how it looked myself before I started doing it, because I have a very, very small assortment of colored pens that are the professional colored pen, stuff. They're the professional colored pens for artists. That's it. And basically these are the main bold colors, and I just wanted to make sure that they all worked, and that I could actually draw over the pencil, or even rub the pencil out after I've done it and stuff. And that's the beauty of these pens, is that basically they don't really cover up the pencil. You can rub out the pencil afterwards, and it still leaves the pen line in its wake. And yeah, and I think it worked out for most of these colors, although the bottom one is orange and that one is pink. And I'll show you the examples. I've done all of these, I've shaded all of these, but I'll show you the examples of where these faces come from, because I have them on my phone. But yeah, I just wanted to show you Chester's one first, so that you know what I'm kind of talking about when I try to do the colored pens thing. So you know what I'm talking about now, so that's cool. I do like the red one on top. Dean says, as soon as you're finished my pics, I'm putting them on t-shirts. Ha! How? Cool idea, but how? You can have the outline of your one. I'm going to show you your one in a minute, okay? It's literally on the next page. Yes, it's on the next page. Yeah, just give me a minute. Wait, you can do that. What? Dean, that would be great, says Jeffrey. I don't know how you would be doing it. Okay. Yeah, scanning and so forth. I can't wait. I'll try and wear them if I go to Manchester Bear Fest. When is the Bear Fest? Says Saban. I'll look it up in a minute. Remind me after I finish showing you the drawings. It's really going to take not that long because basically I haven't done much. Plus, there's loads of sites you can upload pics for personalized gifts. I might want to go, says Saban. It's easier than you think. I know that there's like you can put a picture on a t-shirt. I know sites that you can do that. You can upload a picture to a t-shirt. I actually, when I started my own handyman business in this village, I basically I had a baseball cap made using my own logo that I uploaded the picture for, and a t-shirt, which I still have, although I don't fit into, made using Vistaprint. I think that was Vistaprint, but I do know that there are places where you can do this. It's just that I don't know. I don't know how they would be with artwork, especially since. Well, I am going to do this bigger, so fair enough. Okay, so yeah, okay, so we're getting on to. I'm just going to show you the bear. I'm very, very happy with the way this face came out, because this guy is one of my friends, and it's this guy. I'm just super happy with how it came out because he's adorable in both pictures. I didn't put much shading. Sorry, my hands are shaking, but I'm trying to hold it super still right up to the camera, and it's with nothing helping me support the camera or anything. But yeah, that's the bear. That's where the bear comes from. It's also super light on the picture that you can see. It's slightly darker in real life. It's been slightly bleached by the light in here, but I did do a lot of shading on this one. But yeah, I thought that was pretty good, but I think I matched him pretty well. I haven't sent this to him yet. The next guy is another one of my friends who I'm hoping he doesn't mind. He's Canadian, so he's a beaver, but that's him. That's the beaver. Super sweet guy. I really want to just give him a big hug and snuggle, because he's so sweet, and he's got the most adorable little laugh. I sent him a couple of gifts from the last sci-fi convention, actually. The next one we have is the bottom ones. I don't think turned out so great, but you'll see why in a second. But that's supposed to be the bear, the other bear. So again, I was working off of a kind of a semi-blurry picture in the first place. So yeah. And oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to find the. It happens to be in a different album. There it is. And that's the corner one. And he's always reminded me of a panda. I don't know if you can see the panda. But yeah, I think that these turned out pretty good, in my opinion. So, what do you guys think? I got my phone out so I know what to do. Oh, he looks so cute, and the furry version. Yeah, that's awesome. The likeness is spot on. Thank you, Dean. I mean, again, these are just the sketches to see if it's even possible. But I essentially I just wanted to see if it's possible, and then to try out the things. I will be doing a bigger version of these because these are the Men of the Den. These are the different bear podcasts. And I was going to do something like I did with these guys when I did their poster. The problem with the Men of the Den is that although the Cubs Out Loud guys, they do a podcast and there's only 4 of them. The Men of the Den guys, they've got like 12 people. These are just the ones that I have kind of been in contact with in the past. Not Chester. These 4 guys are the only ones that I've been in contact with in the past. So I just, I was just seeing if it would be even possible to do all of them. But the only thing is that I can't really find images of the other guys that they might be okay with me using, But no, I'm glad that you think that that's okay and that basically this is going to be good, hopefully. Right, and now we have Dean. Is it okay if I show the picture that you sent me on camera on here? Because I have it on my phone right now. I'm looking at it. Although the image is slightly... I've basically increased the brightness because it was super dark to see in the convention hall. I did one of these like when somebody was doing a stage talk. So yeah. Oh no, I do have the original. So yeah, let me know if it's okay to show people the original that you sent me. But this is Dean. That one. Ignore the other one. I was just seeing how it would look. I was seeing how it would look if I colored it in pen. But the thing is that I only had... Those are the only ones I had from the reference picture that I had of this dog. This particular dog. What dog was it again, Dean? Anyway, the dog was like a really nice chocolatey brown color. And I was like, "Ooh, I've got that color." So I tried to do that color, and as you can see, it kind of completely swamped the image. Although I did manage to get like a lot of the, I managed to get, where's my finger? There's, I managed to get the lines and the folds of the dog's skin in, just by not coloring those in. But yeah, but no, that's. Let me just stop this. It's shaking. But no, that's the sketch. And again, this is what I do. I basically do a sketch for people normally, and then I ask them if it's okay, or if there's anything they want to change, or if there's like if they don't mind me doing the bigger, more detailed sketch, and then I normally go ahead with it if they have no like problems or no notes or anything. So Dean, do you have any problems or notes? You can always tell me in private. You don't have to tell me in the chat. But from your reaction last time, when I showed you just the picture of the phone, you seem to be very, very excited about it. So, but of course, tell me if there is a problem. But no, what kind of dog was this again? Let me know, because I've completely forgotten. I have got like a search history on my phone, and I'm sure I did search for it. But yeah. But yeah. Oh, hi, Panda Fox. He says, "Hey, Tubbs." Oh, better. Jeffrey says, "Dean, I seriously would be in a snuggle heaven if I was able to hug and snuggle with Tubbs. You are so lucky." Dean was very, very lucky. But yes, I really want to see it as well. Oh shit! Did I just? I'm gonna shut up. Sorry, sorry, Dean. I'm embarrassed now. Just show the drawing. I just showed the drawing. It's fine. I will not show the picture. I can see you though. Not live. I can see the picture, so that's fine. Jeffrey says, "Oh, Dean, so cute. Great job, Tubbs." Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm glad that you like it. I already tried to get the glasses. Because no offense, Dean, but I tried to draw it without the glasses once. And I added actually this drawing before I did all the coloring in and all of the pen shading and all that stuff. I did it without the glasses and just to see what it would look like on the picture and to see where I was going to put the teeth and all that stuff, just to do the preliminary sketch. And it kind of he looked super smug and like a little bit of a shit. So essentially I was like, no, I'll put the glasses back on. So yeah. But yeah, I think I got the nose and everything right. I can just run at you and give a hug, says Staben. Oh, Dean says Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Yes, thank you, God. That was driving me crazy just now. I was like, Bull Terrier, but it's not a Bull Terrier. It's a specific. It's like a staff, or something. And yeah, it is a staff Bull Terrier. Oh wow, now that's impressive, and I can't even remember dog names. That's good. Dean says, "Oh, go on. You can show the pig comparison." You sure? As long as you're sure, that's good. Yeah. Okay. I didn't mean that you were that you look kind of. You just look like a smug. He looked like a smug arsehole. I'm not saying that you look like a smug arsehole without your glasses on, because I've seen you without your glasses on. You don't look like a smug arsehole. You're fine. Okay. I'm just saying that when I drew it with the, without the glasses, it kind of looked like just a bastard. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show the picture. So last chance to object. Last chance to object. I'm just gonna put this up closer. I'm gonna show the picture. There. I'm trying to. It would actually be better if I did it this way around. Okay. Here we go. Okay. If I have it this way around. And can you see? I don't know. I can't really see my screen when everything's this close. But nope. I need this closer. There we go. Now everything's out of focus. Probably I can't see what's happening on the screen. So, but yeah, there's side-by-side comparison. I think I got. I'm really pleased with how I did the teeth and stuff. I'm more pleased with how the teeth. You probably can't see it, but on this one, the teeth, the dog, the dog's fangs. I tried to get in because the face looked slightly flat as just a regular bull terrier. So I made it so that it was slightly, just a slightly pudgier nosed bull terrier, and I basically just I did that by upping the nose folds up here and lowering the nose folds down here. So, and of course that means that you get more of the teeth exposed and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty good on this one, more than it is on that one. But again, that's something that I'm going to be trying to do. In the actual proper picture, because before I screwed it up by coloring all of that in, I was really pleased with the way that it all turned out and how it all came out in the with the black pen, because I did actually do in black marker pen, that one. Focus. There we go. In black marker pen, that's all black marker pen around that before I coloured it in. I actually did the glasses in black marker pen on this one. But it all looks a lot better in the marker pen, in the Phelps pen, more than it does the ballpoint, although I get more detail out of the ballpoint. But I'm just talking art at you guys now. But this is just me going through the sketchpad, so yeah. Saban says, Dean, you look so cute. He is adorable. Yeah. See, everybody. See, Dean, you have nothing to worry about. Everybody thinks that you look cute and adorable and stuff. Right, and of course we've got the two sketches of the two characters. I was doing these while they were doing their guest talks at the sci-fi convention. So yeah, I actually like how the sketches of those came out. And right, next year at the sci-fi convention, just before I show you these next couple drawings, because these have no context to them at all. Yeah, these have no context to them at all. There's a game that happens at that used to happen at the sci-fi convention that I used to be semi in charge of. I used to design it and everything. At the sci-fi convention, basically, one of the games used to be kind of a spot the things thing. I don't actually have them anymore, but they used to be a kind of spy the Kai thing. But basically, you would there would be these symbols blue tacked throughout the hotel, throughout the convention, and they would appear everywhere throughout the convention, even on the screen behind the guest talks and all that stuff. Just little symbols every now and again. And basically, whenever you saw a symbol, you would write it down on this this answer sheet that you got, and whoever got them all or got the most of them basically won a prize at the end of it. It's just one of the little games that we used to play in the at the sci-fi convention. And I used to be the guy that used to design all the little symbols and used to put them throughout the hotel and stuff like that. But after after a couple of years where basically only about 2 people were handing in their answer sheets, loads of people used to take the answer sheets, but only like 2 people handed them in. So annoying. They would it basically became kind of a thing of like only 2 people are playing this game. It's kind of not worth it, so they kind of cancelled the game, which is a bit of a bummer because I used to really enjoy hiding these symbols throughout the hotel. And yeah, it's coming back. This game is coming back, and I'm in charge of it again. So I'm designing all of the symbols, and because it's the silver 25th anniversary of the sci-fi convention, I'm basically it's going to be silver themed, like a wedding. So like an anniversary. So it's going to be silver themed. So I've been designing things that are silver, and the game actually is going to be called Pill for the Silver. I wrote that when I was not wearing my glasses, so forgive my handwriting. But yeah, I've basically just been drawing silver things and designing the symbols at the bottom of the page. This isn't any interest to anybody probably, but I just wanted to get on with just showing you these things. So here we've got a silver bar and a silver coin. My pen was not working, so I've got a big scribble mark on the top of this. Got a silver fork, a silver ring, a silver watch, a bracelet, a silver rim, silver platter, a plaque, a silver star, a silver crown. And then I started doing some sci-fi stuff and some in-jokes. We've got like a silver candelabra, a Terminator skull thing. There's going to be like a silver planet or silver rings, silver spaceships, silver Cyberman, an actual silver symbol. And this one's going to be really nerdy because does anybody recognize what this is? the numbers are important as well. This is super sciencey, if anybody knows what this is. It's like really obvious to some people, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, if you know what that is, then let me know. I'm going to tell you in a minute. But Stable, you wanted to know when Bear Bash is? Manchester Bear Bash. That's all the sketchpad. That's what I've been doing while I've been away. So that's all of it so far. I noticed that nobody's talking now that I was talking about that. Oh, that's the atom. It's used in chemistry. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's the revised atom. That's the thing. It's the numbers. Basically, it's the nucleus in the middle, which is you know, has its own atomic weight and all that stuff. But I didn't include that because I thought it would be too obvious. Again, this is for nerds, which I am part of, which I do not mind being. So I'm just putting that page back in there. It's going to fall out again, but whatever. But yeah, what basically the again, probably nobody cares about this, but I just wanted to. I might as well talk about it because it's fun to me. It's science. Science is fun. But yeah, you've got the nucleus, and then you've got the what used to be the orbital fields, and they used to actually have the is it the what they called the not neutrons? Is it neutrons or is it the electrons? It's the electrons. It used to have the electrons actually symbolized on them, but they don't have that anymore because it's the orbital fields, and these fields are like shells around the nucleus, and there's usually like a number associated by how many electrons are in the orbital fields, like on the corners. That's the new symbol of atoms now, because basically they found out that things don't just orbit, you know, they don't orbit the nucleus. It's basically a probability of this shell around it, and wherever, you know, there's a probability of an electron being anywhere around the atom in this shell. It's just somewhere where the, you know, electron is on the shell, and you can have many shells or you can have just so many shells, and that's just how many atoms, how many electrons are in the individual shells around the actual nucleus. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating. It's 288. Well, actually, it's a lot more than that. It's so much more than that. I don't know it off by heart myself, but this is going to be one of those symbols that's just going to be around somewhere. It's because it's silver. I thought it was funny. But no, this is a silver atom. And those are the numbers. There's 1 in the innermost shell. There's 8 on the second innermost shell. Then there's 18 around the third innermost shell. And then another 18 on the second most outer shell. And then just 1 more on the most outer shell, and that's what those numbers represent. So if you add all of those up, you get the atomic weight as well, or you get half the atomic weight, because there's that many. Isn't there that many in the inside in the nucleus? You know, protons and neutrons and stuff like that. But yeah. I don't know. It's a chemistry thing. I don't know. But yeah, it's I never can remember the weights and all that stuff. I'm not that into chemistry. I'm more into like into physics and stuff, which is kind of atoms, I guess. Anyway, guys, I think that now show and tell is over. I thought we were going to have some more meds. Gonna have a pot noodle and some more meds. I think that's what I'm gonna do. To make them charge, it needs to have the same amount of atoms. Also, it has a charge of positive and negative, so like a +1 or a minus on the charge. However, can be neutral, which we call it 0. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I love chemistry. That's good, Saban. Chemistry is good, but I'm more of a physics and a structural engineer kind of person. What's that called? Well, no, it's just physics, isn't it? Because it's basically chemistry and physics, and they branch off from those two fields and all that stuff. Anyway, so I think I'm going to go. I was going to go into more detail about like what I was thinking of planning to do with the channels and stuff like that, because I'm thinking about maybe potentially adding another channel to this group of channels that I've got. One that's going to be completely kind of work based. So all of the LiveTUB stuff that I do on this channel might move to another channel. And it might just be for potentially a business thing, but it's nowhere. I'm nowhere solidified on this idea yet. So don't worry about it. I can talk about this tomorrow, especially if I'm still sick. You know, if I'm still sick, I want to talk about it. If I'm not still sick, then I want to do some art or something, because I've still got a bunch of stuff to do. Like, oh my god, so much. So yeah. So yeah, but for now, I do want to go because I want to test out the keyboard some more and play my new game. I want to play Star Trek Legacy some more on my computer, because that's the only game I play on this computer. And test this out. I've already tested this keyboard out with Star Trek Legacy a few times with the gaming. It's a really good gaming one, because you know the the AWD, you know, keys are really nice and elegantly placed on here. I just like the round keys. It's like using a typewriter. It's so cool. It's just so nice. But yeah, I really love this keyboard. But I'm going to be testing it more. Yeah. Oh, there's a battery indicator. I already just noticed that. Yeah, the only downside to this keyboard is, like I said, it doesn't have an off button. It doesn't have an on-off button. You basically put the batteries in, and it is on until the batteries die. But I don't know how long the batteries last. I think it's like weeks and weeks and weeks before I have to replace the batteries. Hopefully, at least, anyway. But like I said, there's no off button, so I can't just turn it off when I'm not here, when I go on trips and stuff. But it's been left alone on overnight, and it still works now. So it's really strong and robust. So maybe the on-off button isn't needed at all. But I would have liked it to still have one. I think it basically gets turned on whenever you touch a key, and it basically goes. It's just off when I'm not touching a key. I'm guessing that's what's happening. But yeah. It would be nicer if it was completely wireless, you know, if it basically just could connect with my computer without a little dongle as well. But to be honest, the little dongle doesn't bother me at all either. I mean, it's perfectly happy just where it is. It's using a USB slot up, but like I said, it's no big deal. It's just a receiver. So yeah, I'm going to read. Excuse me. Damn it. That's better. I'm going to read. Where have I been missing? Where am I? and then I'm gonna come back and tomorrow hopefully, and tell you guys all about the channel formats and what's going to happen with changes and stuff like that. By the way, the Tankertubs channel is still down. I'm still currently technically away, basically because I haven't edited anything, and the internet is still not super stable. I nearly cancelled tonight's live stream on account of it died just before I was going to live stream. The internet just went off, and then it came back on again, and now I'm talking to you. But you know what I mean. So yeah. So new. I'm even studying alchemy as well. What kind? Depends. You know, because yeah. Jeffrey says, yes, please get some rest and take your meds, Tubbs. I will. Sorry. We can tell Saban I actually had a fight with my science teacher. I was terrible in school, but it was justified. I believe you. I totally believe you that it was justified. You know, some teachers are assholes. Most teachers are assholes. I've had my own issues, but I'm not going to get into that. Savings, what happened? Tubbs, please tell me what date is Bear Bash. Yes, thank you for letting me, for reminding me. That's what I was going to do before I left. So, handy helpful, handy helpful. Right, and I can use my keyboard. I'm happy. Okay, give me a break. So it's, if I just search in Google, just go to Bear. I'm not going to put it on like screen share, just in case there's something naughty on the Man Bears page or whatever. Bear Bash. There, it comes up auto-filled as Manchester Bear Bash 2018. So I just do that, and it's the first thing at the top of the search. Now the thing is that it is kind of, I think it might be an age restricted thing. 77 days. Oh, here it is. Great British Bear Bash 21. The Bear Mafia. That's the theme. They have a theme every year. It's 77 days away, so it's the 3rd to the 7th of May 2018. It doesn't say that there's age restrictions on it, though. I would imagine so. '21. On Thursday the 3rd, there's the at 6 o'clock. There's the early bird registration at the Eagle Bar. There's karaoke and cabaret. On Friday, the singles mingle at the Eagle Bar. Mad Bear social event at 2. Bear sauna. Bear pool party. It's at 6 to 8. It used to be a lot later. It's really annoying. And lots of clubby stuff and all that stuff. So yeah, there's lots of stuff to do. There's still tickets to stuff. Oh, it's the pool party's gone up. That's annoying. But yeah. It's £8 to get into the pool party. It's a 2-hour event at a pool. Because it's England and we don't have pools everywhere, so we can't just go and take over a hotel. That would suck though. So I'm just a little bit bummed out by something. I would have already gone to Vegas and come back by the time this has happened. Fuck off. There we go. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Yeah. Long story, but I also had fights with my maths and PE teachers. It's fine. The first, just a quick story time. Quick story time. First secondary school or high school, if you're in America, that I went to was an all-boys school. I wasn't very happy to be there in the first place. And one of my only friends wasn't my best friend because she went to the she went to the slightly crappier school that was a little bit further away from my house. I just wanted to go to that school because she was my best friend. But it doesn't matter anyway, because basically the first high school, the first week, the first Friday, I think it was, we were in English, and basically my best friend at that school that came with me from my other school, from my preschool, whatever it's called. What is it called in America? It's just called primary school in the UK. You get primary school and you get secondary school. But what's the thing before? Is it junior high? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the first high school that I went to, I basically got kicked out because I punched unsuccessfully. It kind of made him step back, at least. I punched my English teacher in the face because he was yelling, full on yelling, at my friend for not having a pen, when none of us already had pens anyway, because we basically, not having a proper writing pen. He had a pencil. It's probably that tiny moth. Yeah, he had a pencil, and basically he was yelling at my friend. I don't remember, it was ages ago. But yeah, I just I kind of like was sitting next to him, stood up really quickly, and managed to punch him in the face. And he basically was just like rubbing his nose a lot, and then he just pointed to outside, and I had to go outside. And after that, I basically got kicked out of that school and put into the school where my best friend was. And then later on, and about 3 or 4 years later, my best friend that was in that school, that was in that boys' school, the one I defended in English, he basically joined me at the high school that I was at. And it was kind of fun. It was hysterical because basically, like, nobody believed me. It's like, why did you get kicked out of Royal Liberty or whatever the school? I think it was Royal Liberty. I went to Kingswood School afterwards. That's the high school that I went to for the entire time, and I went to Royal Liberty, which was the all boys high school, and yeah, nobody believed me whenever I told the story. I didn't give a shit that they didn't believe me, but it was kind of like I had super cool high street cred because I punched a teacher in Royal Liberty School, and then I was kicked out because I punched a teacher, and then I went to Kingswood School, and like, oh, it was like, all the guys there that I didn't know, whenever somebody would ask me, why did you get kicked out of Royal Liberty School? And I was like, punch a teacher. And they were like, no, you didn't. Nobody believed me. And then and nobody believed me for 3 whole years. And then basically that kid came from that school. And we met, and we, we kind of like didn't hug because, you know, high school bullshit. And it was like, because I haven't seen you since, you know, then. It's like, what did you get kicked out for? It's like, well, I didn't punch a teacher like you did. And like all of my friends that were nearby that I'd made at this school for the past 3 years, they were basically like, oh my god, that actually did happen. And I was like, yeah, I've been telling you that it happened the whole time. And it was like I just like instantly got all of my street cred back at at Kingswood, which is hysterical because I didn't need it then, because by then I was already part of like the rugby team, and like I did like a bunch of charity events and stuff, and it was like ugh, I was already in the band and the rugby team and stuff. I didn't need street cred anymore, but it was just like, oh, typical, you know. I basically was annoyed at my friend that had managed to make it out of Royal Liberty School because he arrived late. You know? Why didn't he get kicked out at the same time? That would have been so cool. Oh well, you know, that's story time anyway. Hello. Oh goody. How much of that story did you hear? Am I even on? Playback hasn't come back yet. Come on. Oh god damn it. Hello. I can see. Well, the icon isn't moving. Hmm. On my playback, it's working. There we go. There we go. I have no idea what that was. See what I mean about the internet hiccups? I don't know how much of my story that you heard as well, which is great. Oh god. Anyway, yeah. Right. Before it tries to crap out on me again, I'm going to quickly. Dean says, let's change the subject. Okay. So it says, oh, Tubbs, I'm going live tomorrow on Twitter. I don't really watch Twitter, but like, if you already, can you send me a message on Twitter, or do I have to follow you and all that stuff? I don't know what the Twitter rules are. Sometimes they need you to follow each other before you can talk to each other. Sometimes they just let you tweet at people or whatever. But just send me a shout or tweet at me or something on Twitter and let me know beforehand that it's going to happen. You know, I don't know how else to be able to view it otherwise. What time are you thinking about doing it? Just that's better, yeah. If you're doing it at a specific time, then let me know what the time is, what the time would be, and then basically I'll make sure my phone is on so that I can actually see it on my phone. Have a good evening. Oh shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, here we go. No problem, Tubbs. As long as I can see you here, I'm very happy. Cool. What age do I need to go there? I don't think I can go. I'm only 16. Well, a lot of it's a lot of the events and stuff are at bars. So probably not. I don't think you can get into the pool party. I don't know what the age restrictions are. You know, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be above 18 and stuff. These are men. These are boisterous men. These are manly men. So yeah, it might be a thing. Jeffrey says, wow, what the hell was the problem? What was there with him to yell at your friend for such a stupid reason? But that's awesome of you to stick up for your friend. Well, it was kind of one of those things of like, you know, you kind of like, you want to make a precedent for everybody else. It's kind of, you know, high school, it's kind of like prison, you know, you kind of want to hit the biggest guy in the room, and the biggest guy in the room at the time happened to be the teacher. And to be honest, I kind of did have this whole thing where, well, you know, I've got this condition where I have like hormone imbalances and stuff. I probably had a lot of adrenaline going through me or something. I don't know. I was only a kid, so yeah, something like 12, 13. I don't know. But yeah, it was like, you know, I think it was. Yeah, it's a bit fuzzy, but it was like you were told to be in English class and to have a writing instrument, right? Pen, pencil, whatever. You know, that's kind of what I remember from the whole thing. And he was yelling at my friend. I keep thinking best friend, but he wasn't my best friend. He was only my best friend because I knew him from the other school, and I was sitting next to him. You know, he was kind of my best friend in that school at the time, but it was kind of early days. It was like the first week. But he was yelling at my friend because he had a pencil and it was an English class, and he needed a pen to write with, not a pencil. I don't know. They you know, some schools, especially in England, are very, very strict when it comes to bullshit. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, Dean says that might be a problem, Saban. I assume there'll be lots of alcohol. I know I'm only allowed 5%. What? Well, I don't mind meeting you, Saban. The thing is that basically, like, I'm going to be very busy because I'm organising several side events at Bear Bash, and yeah, I organise the buffet. You can do the picnic in the park. That's Grommer based as well, so it's not really Bear Bash based. It's Grommer based. So yeah, picnic in the park. The buffet meetings, and something that you probably can't go to because it's at a pub. But I do the cigar social, but I don't think you would be interested in that anyway. Well, Tabs, I can't believe that teacher deserves it. He did. Yeah. What happened to the stream? Yeah, sorry about that. We can hear you, but not see you. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Oh, and chat had been working so well up until now. Yeah. Heard the whole story. Good. Yeah, Tubbs, you need to follow me because I can't message you. Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that. I probably know how to do it on the computer, but I'll just do this. I'll do it here on my phone quickly. How about that? 1. Okay. I put my glasses away already. Oh, for God's sake, what is your Twitter name, if you don't mind me? Oh, wait a minute. It'll be in like people who follow me, won't it? I don't know how many people follow me, so it probably won't be that much. So you'll probably stick out. 280. Okay. um. Well, this didn't help because I don't know what your Twitter name is still. I don't know if I should say that name out loud. Wow. A semi-famous person follows me on Twitter. Hell yeah, I'm following back. Okay. That's random. I haven't been on Twitter for a while, so there you are. Found you. Is that the same name? Yeah. No, don't go to the page. Just you could probably find this out if you go on Twitter yourself. But I'm not gonna say the name. I'm not. But if you notice in my followers, if you go to my followers section, then a well, a famous Hollywood composer for like movies and stuff is following me on Twitter. You want me to send you a message? Okay, just, so I've got to go back to the. Yep, the icon is back on. Howdy. Dink, it's sent. Oh, there you go. So that's cool. Yeah, just send me a message on Twitter before you actually do the thing, and yeah. So right. So what have I missed? I'm going on at 1 p.m. or somewhere. I'll post it on Twitter to let people know. Okay, if you could, I'm not always on Twitter, so if you just quickly, if you don't mind sending me a message. I don't understand if you don't want to message everybody individually, but if you don't mind sending me a message, then because I don't have Twitter open on my computer all the time. So yeah, I got a hey back. So hey, but yeah. Never mind. Then I'll see you at Pride if that's okay. Well, I could just see you. We could arrange a meeting at some point. It's completely fine, dude. That's it. The Cigar Social. I want to get involved. Well, you can be there. It's kind of a bit of a sad situation, in my opinion, because what usually happens is that either a small handful of people arrive. You know, it's normally like only 5 or 6 of us, or it's just 2 of us, because it was like 7 of us, because I've only been doing this for like 3 years. 7 of us, and then it was like 5 of us, and it was just 2 of us. But this year I've got like a few more people that said that they want to come. Oh no, so it was like 3 or 4 of us last time. And I think it was mostly weather based, because the weather was kind of shitty. You know, the weather was great. It was super sunny, and it was like great on the terrace, and then it was like very shit on the terrace, and then it was and then there wasn't a lot of advertising for it last year, so essentially it was just me and like one friend, and he didn't bring his partner, so essentially it was just me and that one friend. So yeah, and another guy who came, but he only came to watch, I guess. I don't know, but no, that'd be super cool. The Molly House is where it usually is. Yeah. So he says, man, I'm so gutted that I'm only 16. Well, you know, you won't always be. I don't know. Yeah. What is his name? What is he name? What do you mean? They'll go on Twitter? I'm not saying. I'm just surprised. You know, they're kind of like there was the guy's name, and it was like there's a little blue tick next to it, and I was like, blue tick. That usually means that they're kind of like official. And I read the name properly in my head, and I was like, holy shit. You know? It's just weird. I really wish that I did live in didn't live in New England states, as I always say. Tubbs, I'm in the wrong England. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got accepted. What's the initials, and how would we know them? I said that they are Hollywood composer. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. Sorry. Dean says Danny Elfman. I'm not. You can find out for yourself if you want to go on Twitter. There's my Twitter. It's TwatTubbs, all one word. If you want to go find out. Anyway, there we go. The Molly House. I like that place. It's nice. It's got a very nice terrace, and it's got an upstairs bar and a downstairs bar. And the downstairs bar is very cozy and usually quite loud, and the upstairs bar is usually a bit more laid back and don't have their music blaring all the time. And it's got an outside terrace, a little one, very tiny one, but that's where the outside terrace is where the Cigar Social is usually at. So yeah, well, that's where it's always been at. So yeah, we often move to the bear population area, which is just a road away, in outside the Rem bar, if it's really nice. So essentially, my handful of people usually end up being a whole lot of other people once we kind of like find a table and just go on. Yeah. Can you still hear me, guys? Okay. I really don't mind that the internet's still staying open, but it's like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. we can't advertise the Cigar Social because the event, the Manchester Bear Bash thing, is supported by a cancer donation charity thing, and of course they can't advertise things like a Cigar Social, but they can advertise a buffet meeting and a picnic in the park and all of the other stuff, but they can't advertise that, which is really annoying because I often get like it's kind of an unofficial little card thing. So yeah. Anyway. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's just really irritating that we don't get as many numbers, but it's just that I end up just telling my friends, and usually it's like at least it's me and some other guy just hanging out, which is always nice. I don't mind being there by myself, but it's never happened. I've never been by myself. It's always been at least 3 people. So yeah, usually people come to the event. When I say that it's only been like 5 people at the Cigar Social, it's usually 5 people stay. There usually is people that come and go from the Cigar Social thing, but you know, they don't always stay. Anyway, excuse me. Okay. That sounds really nice. Yeah, cool. I hope you do it again. I'll hang out with you guys. Well, that'd be great. And of course, I'll do it again. I'm going to do it every year because essentially, I always I go to the buffet for my dinner almost every night when Bear Bash is happening, and it's happening over the entire weekend. So what normally happens is that I normally go to the buffet and then I waddle over to the Rembrandt, and if it's a nice day out and there's a nice atmosphere, I normally do have my own miniature, my personal Cigar Social outside the Rembrandt, and my friends get me drinks and stuff because of course I'm going into the Rembrandt when I have a cigar. But yeah, well, it's right after the second buffet. It's usually on the it's usually on the Saturday. So no, is it the Sunday? It's whatever day the pool party thing isn't happening. That's when it is. So yeah, I can't remember what year I've put it in this year, to be honest. I did just read the thing, and it's not on my computer screen anymore, which is great. But yes, as far as I know, yeah. My mum's gay mate said I wants to take me with some friends. What to Pride or to Bear Bash? I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't even normally go to the Pride things because they're just so. It's usually a little bit boring, to be honest. You know, it's not like Pride in other countries for some reason. The English one seems to be just a lot slower, and there seems to be a lot less flash. You know, whereas in other countries I've seen it, it's basically been kind of carnival. You know, but yeah, but gay carnival. You know, but you know. Normally all the gay bars and stuff in London do stuff and everything. So it says I can't wait. Okay. If you see me, say hello. Me? Of course I'll say hello. Hopefully I'll be arranging to potentially meet you somewhere. So yeah. Jeffy says Saban, that's great. Saban says, I know, right? I'm going in my checked black and dark green shirt and well, for Pride, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing for Pride. Because yeah. I tried to do the puppy pride stuff last year, but got told that like I couldn't do the march thing, and the thing afterwards was booked solid. So I was like, nah, I might as well just enjoy the nice day that it was anyway. So yeah. Okay. Oh, I might go with you. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Unless anybody has any more questions or any more comments or anything that they want to know before I leave. Thank you everybody for being here, I guess. Well, no, thank you for being here and stuff. But I'm just like guessing. I'm trying to guess what else to say. Is what I meant to say. I will do the belly show. That's what I was going to do. I'll put that down. Oh, ooh. I just broke something on the chair. Maybe my weight hasn't gone down. But yeah. Belly show. Slightly itchy up here, I guess. But yeah, belly show, guys. Belly flash, or whatever you want to call it. Belly rubs, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to go get some more meds and play my game. And maybe go to bed. I don't know. Excuse me. So yeah, say night tubs or bye tubs, and I'll hit the goodbye button. But no, this has been Q, and yeah, I'll probably be lots of verbal diarrhea just now. I will probably be on tomorrow night, and the topic will probably be something like it'll either be me doing some drawing if I'm better. I'm feeling okay now, although I'm tired, but I don't know if that's the flu or if that's just because it's night. Oh fuck! There we go. Random yawning. So yeah, just depends how I'm feeling. But it'll either be like art or me talking about all the fate of the other channels and all that stuff. Right. Excellent, excellent chat as always, Tubbs. So glad to see everyone again. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm back and I'm doing this again. I'm really annoyed when I couldn't do this, but yeah. And thank you for the belly rubs. Saban says, no, that all. Thank you, Tubbs, for sharing some news. And yeah, hugs and snuggles for you, and see you soon. Bye, Jeff. Have a good day. And you too, Dean. See you too. Bye. Didn't have to read all that, but I didn't have to read all that, but you know. Jeff says, bye, Tubbs. So that's my cue. But I didn't say thank you, Tubbs. Good night. And good night, you lovely gents. Right. Makes no sense. And Dean, I will, like, when I'm better, obviously do the bigger picture for you and everything. But I'm glad that you do like that one, and I'm glad that I can go ahead with the bigger picture once I'm better. I'm going to blow my nose, and now my other eye's gone. Terrible. Everything's terrible. Bye, guys. I would wink, but, you know, it would just be blinking at this point, wouldn't it? Bye, guys.